Hey friends, so the budget you are about to see is our actual numbers. However, it is not the program that we use for our actual personal financial budgeting. We use a budgeting software called You Need a Budget, otherwise known as YNAB. And I'm gonna go ahead and link some information down below in the description box. If you decide you would like to give YNAB a try, you get a 34-day free trial. And then if you use the referral link that's down there, if you decide to sign up, you will get an additional free month, as will we. So we use YNAB because I can take it anywhere with me. It's on the computer, it's on our phones. There is a yearly membership fee. To me, it's worth every single penny. Wherever we are, YNAB is with us. This is not a sponsored video, but I have had questions in the past wondering why we use a spreadsheet for our budgeting. And just for personal reasons, I don't like to show our actual YNAB like screenshots because it does have like some account information on there. So I transfer the information from there into a spreadsheet to share with all of you. Without further ado, here is the information that you technically came for. Hey friends, welcome back. So as you can see, I have got our September monthly budget for you at a look towards the month, and I'm excited because we're actually budgeting into some of our sinking funds this month to try and be proactive, since the other way was not really working for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. If you are new here, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you do, consider hitting that red subscribe button. And if you've been around a while, welcome back. I'm glad to have you part of the family. Let's take a look at what September is going to bring for us. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot going on in September. We have some birthdays and stuff, but the gifts have either already been purchased or it's already been budgeted for because we set money into our gift fund all year long. So let's just take a look and see. Our fixed expenses, these are the ones that don't typically change. So we've got our rent, our TV subscriptions, which are Hulu and Netflix, those stay the same. My husband and my life insurance, that is the same each month. Our cell phone, this will be the last month that our cell phone is this high. We disconnected one of the lines and we called and got our plan changed, so we will be saving some in the coming months. I don't know exactly what that will be with taxes and whatnot, but we're excited about that. And then our internet is the same each month. Electric is the same each month. We're on a budget plan. Water and sewer, I budget slightly higher just in case. Some months it has been like up to $40 for water and $20 for sewer. Others it's been lower. Now, I need to take a look at the trends over the past year because I feel like it hasn't been hitting near that 40 at all for water, so we probably don't need to be setting that much aside, but it doesn't hurt to do so. Adobe Suite, $52.99 a month. That's all access to all of the Adobe products for photo editing, graphic design, After Effects, you name it, we've got it. Groceries, we're going to try and do $400 again this month. When you watch our August recap, which will go up in a few days, you will see that we went way over budget for August because we changed our eating habits drastically. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But I'm hoping that even with the new changes from what we're adding to our diet, the stuff that we're taking out, I'm hoping that they'll kind of cross each other out. So we'll have to see. September's going to be kind of a feel it out month and see how our groceries are going to look based on the new way that we're eating. If you're curious, we are eating keto. The children are not. My husband and I are. There's many reasons for that, but I'll go into that in another video. So gasoline, I am now taking both my children to and from school, and they're at two different schools, two different start times, two different pickup times. So I'm estimating my gas for the month. This could be less, it could be more. It just depends on how much gas I'm actually using back and forth for school. And then that does include also just my regular monthly fill-ups on the van, which I usually fill up twice, and then my husband's fill-ups because he uses his personal car for his second job. His first job in the morning, he has a company vehicle. So $140 for gas. For our flexible expenses, this is the category that gets us into trouble because I was of the mindset that if we didn't budget anything in those categories, it would make it harder to spend out of them, which it does to some extent. My husband and I sat down, we talked, and we really like came up with a list of things that we think might pop up in September, which is what we should have been doing all along. But when you're trying to cut expenses everywhere and put all that extra money towards debt, it's hard to justify, for me and for my husband, it's hard to justify setting money aside for something else. Miscellaneous, we're going to put $5 in there. That is for PTA dues because I think I'm going to join the PTA at my son's school. We'll see. I will probably be joining the PTA. I never saw myself as a PTA mom, but let's see how that goes. For the kids, Jackson has his first book fair at school. So I want to make sure that he can get something from the book fair. So we're just setting aside $10 for that. Household, contemplating getting an iPad mount for the kitchen. It goes like under the cabinet and swings down for when I'm cooking in there, because on this new way of eating, I am in the kitchen a lot, which also means that I'm missing a lot of my favorite YouTube channels. And so if I can have the iPad right there while I'm cooking to watch my YouTube channels that I am a fan of, and also to like pull up recipes and all of that. Anyway, long story short, I'm contemplating. I don't know if we'll get it. I might even be able to get it with Amazon reward points that we'll be posting. So that category might be less. I also put aside a little bit for some wax melts. I don't get anything special. I go to Meijer or Walmart and get the like $1.50, $2 wax melts, but I burn them every single day. It's cheaper than my addiction to Yankee and Bed Bath & Beyond candles. So we're gonna go ahead and set aside some money, about $10 or so, for fall scents, because I don't care. It is fall in my heart. I love autumn. It's my favorite time of year, and I need me some pumpkin in my life. Clothing. This, again, I don't have anything in mind per se, but I am currently dropping weight like crazy. So I might treat myself to something, or I might wait till further in the year. I just got this hoodie and a gray one just like this from Walmart last month. Got the thumb holes. I wear hoodies a lot. You'll see this in probably all my videos. I always have a tank top or a t-shirt on underneath. But anyway, clothing, I might pick up a top or something for myself. Or if my pants start falling off, I might need new pants. Personal care, this is health supplements, different electrolyte type things. We now use MCT oil on the daily basis. Again, all of this I'll go into in another video, but just know that that is different supplements for our new way of eating. Plus also I take iron each month, and I want to get a probiotic. So I kind of estimated the cost of all that. Medical and health. So in August, you'll see in the video, I had some dental work. My son was sick and ended up at the doctor twice and put on 2 different antibiotics. I ended up at the chiropractor 3 different times. And so even though we have insurance, all of that added up really quickly. So about 700 and way too much. 760, 770 of that was all of our medical expenses last month. I'm paying it off in August just because we have an extra paycheck. So technically we still cash flowed August. I'm paying it off in September, I mean. So we're just gonna send that payment the first week of September, cover all of our medical expenses. And then I'm also setting aside, I can't talk today, a little bit for just to bulk our medical and health back up. I try to set aside at least $25 a month, which would cover our copay and a prescription if need be, because it's back to school and kids are gonna be sick. My son already has. He missed 3 days in the second week of school already. So 25 will be just set aside into that account, and then I set aside a little bit for either a massage or chiropractor because I'm still having some issues with my hip. Fun money and dining out, we still didn't feel comfortable putting money there. So we're gonna leave those empty this month and hope that we don't spend anything in those categories. For our official sinking funds, these are funds that are actually in a separate bank. We use a Capital One 360 account for these. We've got our auto savings of $180 that covers any sort of auto repairs, car insurance, oil changes, anything to do with the vehicle maintenance. We average about $180 a month, gets us to where we need throughout the year. Gift savings is all birthdays, all Christmas. I had someone comment on another budget video and they asked why we don't separate birthdays from Christmas. At the beginning of the year, or like December, beginning of January, I go through and I make a list of everyone we need to shop for. And so we break it down. We have a lot of nieces and nephews, we have large families, and some people have said, well, just don't buy gifts for every single one. For us personally, this works. We don't spend a lot, but getting gifts for our family members, I'm a giver, so I'm not going to change my ways on this. But we figure it out and we break it down. Birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, for everyone we need to buy for as far as gifts throughout the year. And we break that down. We average it out how much we need a month. That's what we do. And that's what works for us. So we need to bulk our gift savings back up before Christmas, because we did take a few months off of setting money aside because things were tight. So we are setting stuff aside so that we can buy Christmas this year. Computer, this is kind of like a future goal. My husband would like to build a new computer for our office. The computers we have, my desktop is super, super old. I rarely use it. The only thing I use it for is to run Microsoft Money. They don't make the program anymore, but you can't run it on any new versions of Windows. But that's the only thing I really use my computer for. His computer he does use for helping me to edit videos and do like After Effects on my grocery hauls when you see the prices pop up on on the side. He does all that. His computer is starting to bog down. I think it's been about 5 years since we built his. And at the time it wasn't really like the top of the line by any means. We would like to save for a new desktop computer. So that's what our sinking funds are currently. We have fully funded our Xbox fund. We actually pre-ordered the Xbox that comes out in November. So we cash flowed that, and we have fully funded the Amazon Prime membership fund, which is $105 a year. That's fully cash flowed as well for when those payments come due in a few months. For debt, student loan is about the same each month, give or take $1 or $2, $195.39. That's on my husband's student loan. The rest of our student loans are currently in deferment. And then the auto loan is a minimum of $216. We would like to be able to cash flow extra money to that. We'll see how September goes. Any extra money that comes in from YouTube, so thank you for watching, or overtime or his second job, we're hoping to send to the auto loan. We've got right around $4,000 remaining. It'll be under $4,000 once September's payment hits, and we'd like to have that paid off relatively soon. So that's what we're working on. And as far as savings goes, we aren't putting anything in savings right now because we're using the money to live off of and fund our sinking funds and pay off debt. So ignore this number. The math on this is not even right. So ignore that number down there. But that is what we're looking at for the month of September. Let me know down below how your August went and if you have anything fun that you're budgeting for September. Sometimes budget and fun shouldn't go in the same sentence. I feel like it's more fun to know where your money's going and telling your money where to go than it is to be wondering where the heck your money went. Call me a nerd, but that's fun in my book. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye.